Qualifier here in Osaka, Japan sees Canada play their second game against Bosnia and Herzegovina, one of the stories of last summer's Eurobasket, as they get their qualification campaign underway. I'm Mark Clark, with me is Zania Stewart. Excited to see Bosnia play.
Yes, we are. They're in the building.
Well, there's a sparser crowd than the big crowd we had for game day one. Obviously no Japan in action today. Bosnia come into this game having had a chance to look at Canada on game day one. Canada will be disappointed, obviously looking for a chance to bounce back. Their first half performance on game day one was exceptional, and that leaves, but their second half performance was just overrun by Japan, and that leaves the group standings as you see them right there. Japan with the win on game day one over Canada, and Bosnia, as we said, get their campaign underway today here in Osaka. And beautiful facility. Great to have fans back in the arena. Just going to get into individual player introductions. And Canada, Azania, were just superb in the first half the other day, and Bosnia coming out, they'll be introduced first.
Yeah.
They'd have looked at that, but they'd have also looked at second half where Canada became very ineffective.
Yeah, for sure. We got to see Canada, like you said, on Thursday, where they had a great start, especially Fields did everything for them, having to play 38 minutes in overtime, 19.5 rebounds, but like you said, fell to the host Japan by 7, 86-79. So they had some great veteran minutes from number 11, Natalia Changwa, had a double-double, she did, 11 points and 10 rebounds. So no doubt we'll see those two having to, you know, push their team. And here we see Bosnia Herzegovina come out. And for me, it is the Lady Dragons and the big Jonquel Jones herself, the mother of dragons, who had an outstanding Eurobasket, averaging 24 points and 16 rebounds. So no doubt Canada have to be aware of her. And then Babic, for me, also. She is number 7 and has played very well in her off-season, and then she averaged 13 points in her Eurobasket. So it'll be interesting to see how Canada deals with number 35 there on the end, Jonquel Jones. She put up 34 points, 19 rebounds in a game in Eurobasket, and I voted her for top 5. I sure did. She's something special. So, but Canada had a rest day. So did we, Mark, and we're ready for day 2 action. So they'll be well rested. Maybe disappointed, but we saw Coach talk about how, you know, we just played the Japanese team, who are silver medalists, and we've done really well. We're a little bit sad that we let a 20-point lead go, but these are moments that you have to learn and move on from quickly, especially in a tournament like this.
Absolutely. If you lose, you learn, as you say. We're just going to have the national anthems now of both countries, and we'll be back after those to talk more about how do Canada deal with Jonquel Jones and the rest of Bosnia. We'll be back after the national anthems. The first one will be of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Now, please rise for the national anthem. 両国国歌の演奏を行います。皆様ご起立いただき、国旗にご注目ください。The national anthem of Bosnia and Herzegovina.
And now the national anthem of Canada.
The national anthem of Canada. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Players, please start your warm-up.
Well, it's always one of those moments you realize you're at national team basketball when you have the national anthems. Here are the three referees. Mr. Yu Wong from Taipei, Andrea Silva from Brazil, and Viola Gorgi from Norway, who take charge of game day 2 between Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina. As we're going to get a look at the roster for Bosnia in the starting lineup. And as you said, it's not just about Jonquel Jones, because Nikolina Babic had a great Eurobasket.
Yeah, Babic, like I said, is going to be a big factor also. Obviously, Jonquel Jones is going to bring a lot of defensive plan from Canada. So really, you really want your guards to shoot well, because the double's going to come. So make it easy, keep moving, and find yourself available for your shot.
Always the issue for opposing coaches, but also for the head coach of Bosnia, Goran Alojo, and his approach to get Jones the ball, yes, but he's got to have the rest of that team to step up, because she will draw a lot of attention from this Canadian starting lineup. Natalie Achonwa was absolutely first class in game day 1. Someone's going to have a huge task to guard Jones.
Yes, for sure, it will be up to her, but also Fields. And then Carlton, I was very, very impressed with Carlton. I just felt like she was a workhorse. She was in the right place, hit some big threes down the stretch versus Japan, a buzzer beater. So no doubt to see her in the lineup. But I think, for me, what I really liked about Canada is how they took their time. They played at their pace, and when Japan kind of sped them up, that's when they were a little bit on edge. So maybe Bosnia will look to do that, but it'll be a very good game. I'm excited to see how Canada kind of bounce back from the other night.
Well, the Tissot countdown to tip-off, 1 minute, and Coach LaPena in the huddle, just with some last moments of emphasis, should we say. But I think, as Azania said, yep, it's going to be a game about how they deal with Jones, but it can't be a one-on-one situation, because that means game over, because Jones will just score.
Right.
So it's how the team from Canada decide to limit her opportunities, because you can't stop her, you've got to try and pick your poison a little bit.
Yeah, and maybe they do throw different things at her, maybe a zone, a trap, and just get the ball out of her hands, because when she fills it up and she's hot, she's hot. So, you know, she's able to put up 34 points. She's having a good season in Russia as well. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they defensively stop her. But, hey, there's only one ball, and it's good to see. But I'm happy for Bosnia also. This is big for them as a country, you know.
Absolutely, their first opportunity to make a World Cup finals, and you can't believe, well, you probably can if you're a basketball fan, the amount of interest and just absolute passion for this team already in Bosnia, with their success in Eurobasket, coming 5th, now on the way to a World Cup. It's big time for Bosnian basketball, and a lot of credit has to go down to the staff and the federation and the way they've integrated Jonquel Jones into this group. So the 27th ranked team in Bosnia will face the 4th ranked team. Welcome to Osaka. And Canada in the white uniform, Bosnia in the blue. And Canada in the half court, get a first look at it. Chonwa will hand off. Colley thinks about the three, looks inside. Amir puts it on the floor, goes to the middle. Tough move, great finish.
Great move by Amir. Just bringing Jonquil Jones out of the paint and driving, using her long, lean length. Well done by her.
Jones on the three-point line will just slip it to the corner, reaching foul. And if you're Canada in that situation, you have the ball on the sideline. You don't need to go for too much, right?
No, you don't. That's a shame by Colley. Let's just have a look at this replay. Just kind of slaps her in the face and then gets an elbow right back. But yeah, she had her in the right position.
So Taric draws the foul. Jones looking to go to work in the block. Steps back, leans back, drops the two.
And that's her signature move there, that step back jump shot. And at the three she also has, so that's difficult to guard, Mark. That's a lot to ask from Amir.
And Canada turn it over. And again, the pressure from Bosnia, giving Fields and Colley a little bit of indecision, generating the turnover. Interesting thing, they just let her play one-on-one that time.
Yeah, no double, just kind of let's see what she's got, and she hits her first shot.
Taric gets it into the half court. Jones on the three-point line, puts it up, fills it up. And at the moment, Jonquil Jones is putting on a show.
Well, we spoke about her, Mark. She's hot, and you want to slow her down very, very soon. But Colley right to the rim there.
No help on that penetration by Colley. Early minutes, so both teams just feeling each other out a little. Jones on the three-point line, looks underneath, falls. Amir comes up with a steal, needs the break, 4-on-2 if they share the ball, but... And they're going to call a reaching foul. And another time where, a smart foul, should we say, as Taric decided that the numbers didn't look good, and they didn't, but Amir really didn't give the ball up soon enough. Fields will inbound. A Chonwa, nice bounce pass, Fields off the glass for two.
Really nice give and go there. And Fields had a great game. I felt like she had to do it all last game, having to play 38 minutes, so no doubt her legs will feel quite heavy from that. But another steal from Amir.
Back-to-back steals, goes to work, gets the roll.
Lovely start by her. She's got the task to stop Jonquil Jones, and she's doing very well right now. Oof, Jonquil Jones go. She's. We forgot to add that. She can dunk also, everyone, if we can see this maybe. No.
Off shot.
Off shot. Come on, cameraman, one job.
Babic gets her first touch of the basketball here, puts it on the floor, knocked away. And another steal, that's 3 steals already for Canada. Colley to the ring for 2, gets it to go.
Colley with her own highlight herself, nice finger roll down the middle there. Canada starting very well, their defense turning into offense.
She drops it inside for 2. And Jebo gets the 2 off the Delic assist. And it does have that feel of teams just feeling each other out early doors.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what you want to do. You want the game to come to you. You don't want to force it. Both teams doing very well.
Carlton for the 3, drops it. Everyone went under the screen, and that's just an invitation she could not refuse.
For sure. They didn't do her scout. She is a 3-point shooter and plays a lot of minutes for Canada, so she'll be on the floor.
Taric gets it to Jones on the 3-point line. Little crossover, looking to go baseline. Comes back to the middle, kicks it. Babic gives up the 3. Taric takes the 3 under pressure, and sometimes that's the issue, isn't it? Everyone stood and watched Jones, weren't expecting the kick out.
Yeah, they weren't. Just too close there. You've got to keep moving as Alexandra subs in. Great minutes from Amir. But yeah, you've got to be ready for your feet to be set and hit that shot if it's going to go into Jones. Because she will pass it.
Yep. Achomwa on the three-point line, puts it on the floor. Left hand to the glass, takes the right-handed layup for two. And Coach Ojo is going to take a timeout. Has seen enough of Canada going to the hoop. And they lead it 15-7 with 6:23 to go in quarter one. Great start by the Canadians. Timeout, Bosnia. It's tough to hear, Coach Loho. So first thing he said coming into the huddle was, don't go under on non-6.
Yeah.
And obviously something was lost in translation somewhere because everyone went under on 6.
Yeah. And Carlton can shoot it and fill it up. And she's done very, very well from the three-point line so far in this tournament. So that is a scout, so you must listen to that. But yeah, quick timeout, you need it. And Achomwa there with that lovely drive on the left-hand side. And good to see Canada answering back from the other night. I think they're doing a good job of defensive pressure as well.
And they're getting to the basket, aren't they? They got to the basket against Japan early as well.
Yeah, they did. And a little full court pressure here by them.
Aric will advance the basketball. Delic takes the ball screen. Little pick and roll, wide open, but they missed it. And they almost turned it over again. If you're going to come off that pick and roll, you've got to look at the roller because
she missed that, didn't she?
Wide open was Jabo as she rolled to the basket. Absolutely wide open. Jabo moves it on. Delic drops in certain, and they're forcing it there. Really not a great passing angle. Jabo takes the tough two from the foul line, just about catches the front of the ring. And Canada at the moment just containing Bosnia in the half court.
And great defense by Canada.
Achomwa has a look underneath, no pass, gets it back to Fields. Nice lift, wide open. Carlton fills it up.
And that was from Achomwa's dive down. They're worried about her, obviously. They've done their scout on her, but you cannot forget Carlton. That's 2 from 2 from her. Coach is going to be livid with that one.
Jones, hands off. Aric drops it in. Jones trying to fight through traffic, is fouled on the arm on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they just put their hands in there. They did a good job trapping her and closing her off, but got to be disciplined, keep those hands out, easy for the referees to call.
If Jones makes, she's going to make shots. If she makes that tough one, she makes that tough one. Don't waste the foul there.
Yeah, you're right. Just got to make it difficult for her, which Canada's doing.
Joe Meta steps in, one of the substitutions coming in for Bosnia-Herzegovina at that foul call.
I'm just worried a little bit, Mark, how many minutes is Jonquil Jones going to have to play, you know, to get this win done. At her club, she has good rotation, has subs, so I don't know if she can play.
Yeah, she's averaging about 22 minutes a game at Katharinaberg.
Yeah.
Going to call a foul on the board, and Helic is off the bench and in the stat sheet for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, again, Natalie there, Achomwa doing her job. She's so good for me. She just does all the little things, a post player that you would love to have on your team.
Absolutely. Just fills up space, is skilled, great passer.
Yeah, great IQ, good screener.
Yep. Fields tries to turn the corner, gets into the little hole. Nice find. Achomwa goes up, and the challenge, but Fields hangs around. Alexandra for the mid-range, and she knocks down the two, and again, outworking Bosnia, this time on the glass, and Canada get rewarded again, and almost another turnover. And Jones getting a little frustrated with Babic. Babic in the lane for two. Manufactures a shot off the glass. Maybe that'll get Babic into the sort of rhythm that Bosnia needed to get into here.
Yeah, I think they're looking too much at Jonquil Jones.
Yeah. And for the first time in the game, Canada stands still on the offensive end. Well, Coach Lepena's going to change his mind on the substitution. I think Natalie Achomwa changed his mind for him. She said, I've got to come.
Yeah, give me one, coach. And Plouffe comes in, no doubt. She's also a great sub in. She played very well too, also, versus Japan.
Giometta comes off the screen, wraps the pass to Jones. Jones puts it on the floor, finds Giometta wide open, has got to put up the three and does, and is short. Defensive rebound by Carlton, and then Canada have a chance again to build on this really effective start. Lead it 20-10. Alexandra will get Colley coming high. Turns down the ball screen, now comes back to on a reposition, turns that down again. They're going to go blocking foul.
That's a tough call there, as she... Babic gets her body there.
I didn't really see any difference from the second or third contact.
No.
But Babic staying in stance, get called for the block. Fields comes off the ball screen, Plouffe will pop. And Jones is in the lane this time, and the ball comes off Alexandra. It's almost as though the Bosnians smelt the indecision.
Yeah, they did. They sure did. Okay, they need a good offense here. Just take their time. Good screens, good sets.
Jones going to work, gets in deep, makes a second move and finishes. That's too deep. Once she gets that deep, she's going to score.
Yeah.
Plouffe will look to reverse the basketball, does so. And Bosnia at the moment have just stepped it up in the last two possessions.
Yeah, they've...
Fields attacks it. Colley wide open, drains it from three.
Yeah, they just don't have that second rotation, that first defensive. They're up in Canada's grill, you know, and then they're just forgetting the rotation as... Jonquil Jones fills it up from the three-point shot as her fan there. Her #1 fan came to see her. That's really cute.
Here's Colley. Looks underneath, gets Alexandra a touch. Poor pass, but she manages to control it. Alexandra tries to make the second move. Great cut. It's a super cut, super finish, super pass. And Canada play great team ball, and Carlton gets the two.
Yeah, Carlton, good extra cut there and gets rewarded.
Babic, they show her the baseline, feels a little double team, and now goes to the baseline, reverse layup for two. Nice. And Babic can just score when she gets confident.
Yeah, that's it. It's only Babic and Jonquil Jones. You have to slow them down. Jones already has 11 points here.
Carlton hands it off. Fields tries to get to the middle, does so, and kicks. Alexandra loves that mid-range, is short this time. Just an extra 2-3 feet out that time. Jones in transition, puts it on the floor, to the ring, gets a little contact. Gets her own rebound, gets it knocked away. We're going to have a scrap for it, and Carlton does another blue-collar piece of work and comes up with it. Fields. Alexandra on the trowel, wide open for Plouffe, is no good. But Alexandra's on the glass, and Canada get a new 14.
Fantastic job there by Canada to give them an extra possession.
Fields will look to stop, but turns it over. Oh, they're gonna... I'm not sure she got that away.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, they wiped it off.
Okay.
I've got to say, I thought Jones got a little contact on the way to the ring. As in, there were bodies all over the place and people hit her.
Yeah, but good job, Canada. They're squeezing the ball, you know, and making her have to finish really tough shots. And that is hard as a post player when you've got people under you and by your feet. It's hard to, you know, get a basket like that. And Amir is face guarding her, so not even letting her catch the ball there.
Coach Loho asked for the call, got the call because. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's you can't lock her in that way.
Yeah.
But Amir won't be upset about that. You know, at the end of the day, they're going to run bodies at Jones all game.
Yeah, and she knows that's her task.
Yep. Jones has it knocked away. Collie from the blind side puts it on the floor. No one ran the floor, but Plouffe is wide open for three, is short. Achon was back in and gets another positive stat. Alexandra sealed, but nowhere to go, has to kick it. Amir starts, takes the long two, is short, gets her own rebound. Powers back up for two, gets no love on the glass. But Alexandra just outworks everybody and finishes it. And at the moment, Canada just dominant on the glass.
Yeah, and that's where they're killing Bosnia and Herzegovina right now. The extra hustle, possessions, bang, one shot, nope, gets another rebound. Alexandra misses, and an and one. So they're out hustling Bosnia in every fact, in my opinion. If you want to get back into this game, it's one tough shot and a rebound, but Canada are doing a very good job on the offensive glass.
Coach LePena pointing out to the officials the mechanics of how to administer the free throw.
He's got his refereeing jersey and whistle as well as his coaching jersey on as Alexander comes out, and Kunik, there she is, number 2.
And Canada are making this, going with this big lineup. 3, 4, and 5 are big bodies. Being very effective at the moment. 28-17. They have the 11-point lead. Dura sees the gap down the lane, draws the contact. Great recognition by Milica Dura. I mean, you forget a lot of these, sometimes people forget, they think about Jones all the time, but a lot of these Bosnian players play great level in Europe, Europe Cup, EuroLeague.
Yeah, Milica there, drive right down the middle. So, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to look aggressive to go to the rim, especially when, Canada's going to look to double Jonquel Jones or be worried about her. So, good job getting to the line.
2 for 2 from the line. And Carlton's going to come back in to finish the first quarter. Carlton's been, as you described, she plays a lot of minutes, but she's just the rock almost that this team is built around.
No, for sure. I've really enjoyed watching her play. I haven't seen much of her, but she does the little things, She finds her spot very, very well.
Kunik drops it inside to Amihir. Plouffe, Carlton on a curl, foul line jumper is good. That's a great read.
She can hear us up here, Mark.
She's getting a lot of love from here.
Yeah, she is. Very good job by her.
Still 6 on the possession. Jones is going to come get this. This is going to go up, takes the 3, is short. And that was another great defensive series to finish the quarter for Canada. That's a tremendous performance by them. They lead this one 30-19 after 1.
There we see some stats for Canada. 67%, 10 from 15, doing very, very well, shooting 3 from 4 from the three-point line. For me, Mark, Bosnia has got to step up their defense. 30 points in one quarter is way too many. They're on the average to go up for 100. So if I'm Bosnia's coach right now, I'm talking about our defense as we see the first quarter top plays.
Well, there's a great example straight at the ring, and I think 6 of the first 8 points were all layups for Canada.
Yeah, and that's it. And defense turns into offense, which I think Canada have done very, very well. They're squeezing Jonquel Jones, making her have to, shoot difficult shots. There we have seen she has got 11 points, so that's probably too much from her too. But you're going to get that. She's the go-to player. She wants the ball in all these moments. But Canada, I'm really impressed. But also, if I'm Bosnia, I will remember they just played 2 days ago to Japan, was up 20, and sadly let it go. So don't quit. It's a long game. There's still 3 quarters left, and you just keep chipping away with this 11-point deficit.
No, 100%. You're absolutely right, and it's this. Make another shot apart from a layup. They've got far too many penetrations, far too much success.
And rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's, again, Coach LePena going with a bigger lineup. Didn't go with a big lineup for most of the game the other night, but, running Plouffe at the 3.
I like that, yeah.
It looks a nice, and it means a Chonwa gets a lot of time with a lot of people to pass the ball to.
Options, really nice. And this is what's nice about this Canada team. They have a deep bench now. Their subs are coming in, and they're quality subs. So this Canada team is something to look forward to in the future. Because they're still quite young. Amir, I think, is 20, still in college. So they've got some really nice pieces, along with their veteran pieces. Plouffe, they're speaking to Natalie Achangwa. Those two will really push and drive this team because they've been with Canada a very long time.
Second quarter.
Start of the second quarter, Canada with a 13-19 advantage. Don't forget, if you want to find out anything about these World Cup qualifiers, go to the official FIBA website. Everything's there, scores, news, videos, pictures, everything's there for you. As the first two is, John Meta is short with that. Amir puts it on the floor, left hand, in the lane. Takes too tough a shot. No way she's getting that away.
Yeah.
Bosnia in
That
transition.
She needs to pass that much for me.
Yeah. Totally. She's drawn Jones out the keyway.
Perfect.
Give it up.
Yeah, you've done your job. She's a long lean. That's hard to shoot over here, as we see. Travic, nice little behind the back. And just a bump there by Carlton.
End line possession. They're going to have to go, well, I thought they were going to go long, but Jabo was the release on the pressure.
Three on the clock.
Have to take the long three, is short. Jones is on the glass. And I think Emir's going to be called for the foul. Jones had position and she just kept going underneath her. Yeah, Letitia Amir will claim she was just boxing out.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's a different game in Europe to college now. Seeing college, that's over the back. Here, it's not the same call, so you'll start to learn that.
A lot of contact with her arm as well.
Yep.
Joe Meta gets it, puts it on the floor, tries to bring it out of that corner. And that didn't hit the ring, so that'll be a shot clock violation. Looks like there's a conscious decision for other people to be more aggressive for Bosnia at the start of this second quarter.
Yeah, Tavic there going straight to the rim. A lot of contact, in my opinion, but she gets the shot up and, I don't know, good defense, I guess, Canada. Here we go.
Fields picked up full court, no talk on the screen, and Joe Meta gets taken out. Alexandra will hand it off. Koenig. Carlton steps back for the long two. That's a tough shot, but gets the roll on the ring.
Gets the friendly roll.
Is having a game.
Yes, she is.
33-19, and Carlton's been responsible for a chunk of those. Jones in the lane, takes a tough one. Wants a little contact as Alexandra bumped her underneath, but no call. Fields puts it on the floor, kicks. Koenig. Achonwa, long two is good, and if Natalie Achonwa makes from that deep, it's a good night for Canada.
Great night for Canada, and they're sharing the ball so well, going in, out, and then you've got a nice little jump shot. And
Jones
here comes the double.
The double team inside out. Great scramble. Tarrich goes up, takes and makes the tough one. Great scramble by Canada, though.
But that's it. If you're going to have to make those tough shots over and over, again, it's going to be a long night for Bosnia.
Achonwa looks down low. Carlton will come off the block, take the hand off. Achonwa with a little two-man game. Mid-range is good. Straight out of the coaching manual.
Yeah, and they're pretty much the same play and the same shot.
Jones comes to handle it now, puts it on the floor, goes to get it, forces it off the glass and can't get it to drop. And it's a worrying sign if she has to go. Look, but great hands by her. The easy two is good. And Joe Meta is the beneficiary of John Cole Jones's defense.
Yeah, way to not give up on that play. She missed the basket, but she's asked for a sub now. But they don't send her. 1 to the table. It's a lot of minutes in those legs, Mark. They start to get heavy.
Chomwa pick and pop, 3 in a row.
And she yells 3 in a row. And a call here by the referee. I'm not sure.
While they're making the substitution, the big difference for Chomwa now with it is everything is in her time.
Yeah.
You know, the short roll seems to really be a nice option for her.
And she has that in her bag, in her repertoire of skills. She's got that nice 15-footer. She's shot 3 in a row. So what Bosnia aren't doing, they're not adjusting well.
No.
You know, Carlton goes off, same shot, 2 in a row. Now Natalie Achangwa going off 3 in a row. They need to see that and adjust through the game.
So a Jones-less Bosnia in the half court. A lot more action away from the basketball. Here's Babic, who's really got to step up, take some responsibility now, floats it, the help side is there, and Carlton comes up with another positive step. Koenig leaks out, collects, can't make the layup. But again, Canada outworked Bosnia. Carlton for 3 is good. And being rewarded for outworking your opponent, Canada have the lead, 42-23.
All smiles for Carlton. 16 points now. She's had a fantastic first half of basketball and just finding her shot, staying in her lane, shooting her 3-pointers. And Bosnia want to talk about it because Canada full steam ahead. "17 points from turnovers there from Canada. That is a big stat and pretty much the game.
Yeah. And we talked about the way Japan stopped Canada being very successful off their defense by getting back, and Bosnia just getting outworked.
And Canada's getting second possessions at the basket, which is ultimately the game. But also I spoke about how poised they were in the Japanese game, and when they got out of that, that's when they weren't very good. And right now they're staying very, very poised, getting the shots that they want in their offense. And having fun with it, right? They're smiling, they're happy, they're high-fiving, and that's what it is when you're winning and feeling good. But you can't get complacent in these games because especially Bosnia, who can shoot the 3, Jonquil Jones is back in the game, can fill it up very, very quickly.
Well, Bridget Carlton, you said she has 16 points, but what? Steals as well? She's getting deflections.
Deflections in the right place. Plays a lot for this Canada. She's going to be a big star. I need to see how old she is because she is someone to look out for this Canada team.
Well, she's still only 24. She has a whole career ahead of her.
Yeah, lovely. Right.
Currently in Hashon in Israel. And they're getting a star, and she's right back out of the timeout, generating the steal. Canada have a 3-on-2, 4-on-2 on the sloppy pass. There were so many options for Koenig, and she just picked the wrong one. Babic leaks, Babic gets the 2.
Good from Bosnia is exactly what you want right out of a timeout. But Koenig there could have made a little bit better pass, but either way, back to Carlton.
Carlton must be feeling things at the moment. Has it knocked away, just about recovers it. Carlton gets to the middle, drops it to Koenig for 3, is short. But the miss dependable on this Canada team. Achomwa gets another positive stat and another 2.
Yeah, and fantastic positioning. What she does so well, she works early before the shot is even up.
Tarrant steps through with a little contact. Once the foul, doesn't get it. Jones is back in. Can't make the little 2-footer. And here comes Carlton and Canada again, 4-on-2. Just find the open Koenig in the corner. Can't get it to go. And Koenig is in the game to just catch and shoot. So she's got to back herself. Babic. Little pick and pop going the other way. And the immediate apology, I'm not sure, missing the shot. It's just a missed shot. You know, 15, it's just wide open. And Jebo has got to shoot that. Do you think?
I don't know. I'm not shooting it. You know what I do, Mark. I stay in my lane. But sometimes maybe you do have to shoot it to keep the defensive honest. But then if you shot an air ball, I don't know.
Well, it's one of those, a as you see the rebound total 16-5 for Canada.
Yeah,
that's one of those things about Jones as well, isn't it? She's wide open because they're just collapsing down onto Jones underneath, you know, but she doesn't need to shoot it after one pass of the set.
No. And also, is that in her game? Is that her style? If I'm a shooter, absolutely I want you to shoot it, but if I'm a post player and I don't really shoot threes that much, I don't know about that.
But if it's not in her repertoire and she pops, she's got to pass, she's got to pop and reverse the basketball. Shouldn't even be looking at the ring that early in the offense.
But also that stat that just came up, 16 rebounds, that is where Canada is absolutely destroying Bosnia for me. I think they're just outworking them, grinding them down, and it gets tough, you know. And also Canada has a game in their legs, in the fact of they've got their nerves out, you know, they've felt this court, this rim, and sometimes that's a positive thing.
Well, after the timeout, Bosnia just have to they have to stay with this in this first half. They just need to get this back to a manageable number. They would have seen Japan do exactly that on game day 1. And so after the Canada timeout, Bosnia need a stop, need some momentum with 4:30 to go in this first half. Carlton catch and shoot is short. He gets the roll though, that's 2 and
you know it's a good day. It's a good day when you get a soft, lovely roll inside. Good for her. I'm shooting it every time also.
Jones in the lane, kicks it, wide open. Jura for 3, answers. And Jura shoots a ridiculously good 42% across a Europe Cup season from the 3-point line. If you give her time and space, she will knock it down.
And that's what she had.
Alexandra puts it on the floor, going baseline, far side of the ring. Don't take it at Jones and try and get it over her. Got to get a better one. 3:50 to go in the half. Bosnia trying to eat into this margin. Babic in the lane is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
And that's what we need to see from Babic. She needs to get herself going in her offense, because she's the second leading scorer on this team, so she needs to find ways. As Collie there just bumps her and then slaps down. So good for her to get to the line and just see the ball go through the net.
Delic is going to check in for Jura just after Jura's made the 3, ironically.
2 shots.
Babic, another one of these players who's got deep into the Europe Cup. It's the Ukrainian team from today. This tournament is just littered with players who are playing at that level.
Yeah, they're playing top level. We see WNBA players out here, as we see Plouffe. Just mistimed that, sadly. But yeah, EuroLeague, obviously with John-Claude Jones, Euro Cup. So yeah, there's a lot of experience in this tournament at a high level.
Here's Babic, who has no issues dealing with Colley's defense on this occasion. Jones with the ball screen will roll and generates 3 people to collapse to stop her. Pull up 2 is no good. And Fields will push and pushes hard. Gets to the foul line, finds a Chomwa who moves it on. Great action. Oh, Nalia Chomwa. What a tremendous decisions, tremendous action, and then draws the foul.
Fantastic action here. Pick, roll, gets herself right to the lane. You know what? She's running a clinic. If you're a post player, you really need to watch Natalia Changwa. I think she does so many little things that, you know, if you're trying to be a post player, you need to watch, because she sets great screens and she finds herself in successful places.
Yeah, that was just tremendous in the way it was in transition, in the rhythm of what they were doing. Unfortunately misses the first of the free throws and goes 0 for 2. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Helic. And here comes Talic for Bosnia. They need a little run. This last 3 minutes crucial for Bosnia as they try and get themselves back into this. Babic finds some space, pulls the trigger for 3, is no good. Helic is on the rebound, and Chomwa keeps it alive, and Carlton, as she always is, right place, right time. Chomwa will find Collie and Canada settle. And Coach LaPena calms everybody down. Collie on a kick. Carlton with feet set is off. But Collie stayed active and Taric didn't. Again, that short roll is just so productive.
Yep, and their hustle and not giving up. They're getting second possessions after second possessions. Well done, Canada, on that.
Jones tries to go to the pass of Taric, but it won't surprise you to know that it was Carlton who gets the deflection.
No. And some subs. Carlton has definitely earned that sub, and so has Natalia Chong, with really great minutes from those two.
She's only 24, Carlton. She can go forever.
Yeah, sure. We're a little bit older over here, aren't we, Mark?
Oh, I'm much older, but you're still far too young to talk about being old. John Meta puts it on the floor, needs a pass. Jones hasn't given her an angle, and they change it, and it's great defense by Canada. Babic has to throw up a prayer deep on the clock.
Great defensive possession by Canada yet again. Bosnia have no answer. They're not seeing their inside roll from Jonquil Jones, and then they're just smothering the ball. Really good job on both ends.
Just need to change the passing angle.
Yeah, I think so.
Here's Collie and Fields. The ball is much sharper today for Canada. Plouffe is fouled as she tries to go to the pull-up. She'll go to the free throw line. Chance for Canada to hit 50 in the half. There's still 1:53 to go. There's the reaching foul. Babic wanted a piece.
And that's so easy for referees to see that huge slap down, that motion. I'm calling it, and I'm not even a referee. Give me a whistle.
Well, as we've said, we're here all week. We've been here all week. You've become an honorary referee.
I have. It's my next job.
Still plenty of years, actually, in terms of age range for you to referee.
Don't know if the knees will let me be great. A little zone play here by Canada.
Throw it to the high post reverse. It hit the corner. Jones is open and they miss her, and then they throw it across the defense. Fields comes up with a steal, 2-on-1. Collie for 2 is good. Going the other way, Taric goes up, gets the quick response. And they turn it over. 1:20 to go. It'll be so important for Bosnia to, if they could get to 15, they'll be more than happy.
Canada just needs to be careful here. They need to finish strong.
Jones feeding 3 defenders, and he's going to be bowed out, I think, a little. Fields, for her pains, I think, took a blow to the face, but I think that was largely her stepping in.
Yeah, and Jonquil Jones, as she turned into Fields, I think, and just maybe hit heads. Let's have a look here. The double comes. Yeah, and they just headbutt each other. Yeah, tough. But also, as a Bosnia player, if the double has come, you've got to call Jonquil Jones's, that looks sore, name, you know, help her out. She can't see behind her.
Yeah. The only person who moved was Sarah Helic, who went like high, but now everyone else just stood and watched the game. Jones goes 2 for 2 from the line. Momentum's a huge thing, down to 19 now. Another stop and another score would be so important. Russell in the game, the second of the NCAA players on this Canadian roster. Carlton tries to force it and does. Well, she's shown from the three-point line. She's knocked it from mid-range and then goes to the post-up.
Doing it all.
Jones through the legs. Babic open for 2. Got to go to that 1-2 punch a little more. 35 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, for sure. I like that. Jonquil Jones brings the defense and then passes it off.
Alexandra looks high-low. Carlton went to the same play because she likes to match up with Babic, but that time no angle. And the defense was there. The help was there. So Bosnia will try and hold for the last possession. Strong to the middle, blows the layout. Good defensive effort by Russell. 3-on-2 going the other way. Collie with a little showtime. Alexandra with a little running hook, and Canada end the first half as they have been all the way through it. Dominant, up-tempo, and scoring at will. They lead this one at the half, 57-36. That's been near perfect for Canada in the first half.
And here we see stats for me. Canada 18 from 25. They're getting everything they want down low and getting second possessions for sure, getting to the free throw line, also shooting 6 from 10, and then 50% and 30% from Bosnia. For me, I think they just need to turn up. Look, 20 rebounds for Canada and only 7 for Bosnia, and then the steals are 7-3. So for me, I think it's the second chance points. Carlton is going off, has 21 points. Jones, we knew she would get hers this afternoon. So for me, it's all about defense. If I'm in the locker room with Bosnia, we need to stop one shot and then get the rebound, as we see the second quarter plays, or first half, sorry.
I mean, those field goal percentages are ridiculous. 76%, 60%. It's tough to get defensive rebounds when you're giving up layups, though.
Yeah, but we've seen multiple possessions of rebounding. You know, Carlton's getting them, Alexander's getting second possessions. They're just playing tough and wanting the ball more, where I think Bosnia is just standing around and looking. They're playing hard on the ball, but not second defensive movements, excuse me.
In many ways, Bosnia have had a fairly typically, statistically anyway, European half. They're shooting 30%, 50%.
Yeah.
That's just not the level for this game, though.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. And especially Canada, they have bodies to throw at Jones. They have great subs off their bench. I'm really excited for Canada, what they have going to Sydney, playing, you know, some really top high-level teams. It's really going to show who they are.
And the other star, well, the star in many ways, Carlton in that first half, inside, outside, even showed us a post-up.
She sure did. She showed us all her skills, what she's got. Put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. And she sure has done very, very well in both games, in my opinion. I think she was, okay, not the MVP of the last game, but she did all the small things, and now today she's come out on fire. I think she's missed one shot.
And as you said during that half, that short the short roll on the pick and roll,
it's there all the time.
And they clear out the side. There's just a two-man game down one side. Bosnia have got to change the way they're guarding that.
Yeah, definitely. Either they switch or they drop. I'm not sure exactly, but that's just too easy. And you know what they're not doing? They're not adjusting very well. Canada is getting the same sort of play over and over, and good for Canada. You know, they're seeing that they're milking it until it's dry, and Bosnia isn't stopping them. So great job from Canada. Very, very impressed, especially after losing against Japan. They really wanted to come out and dominate, but it's still a full half of basketball, so they can't relax.
Well, that's the one thing they've got to learn from yesterday, right? They were up 17, they were up 20 in the third, and then gave that game away.
Yeah, they didn't, but you know, you'll learn in these type of tournaments. Obviously, these games, all three teams go to the next round, which is the World Cup in Sydney, Australia, which is fantastic for both teams. So you have to learn in these moments.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Atkins passes it all the way to Plum on the opposite side. A beautiful curler in for Plum.
Louis puts it on the floor, to the lane, for 2 and 1. And I don't think I can describe it any better than you just did. There's a team with heavy legs on the floor, and they're in red.
third three. Yes, it will. 12. Goodness.
Wow, what a deep Charlton has to throw up the three, gets it!
Unbelievable. Carlton, sensational shot with the shot clock running down.
Oh, behind the back pass, a little bit of razzle-dazzle from China. How about that? Wong!
We'll reset to the top. Shot clock is expiring. And it goes! What? What a shot!
Gotta get the three or they're gonna foul him so they don't let him take it. Nope, they get the block shot, and that's how it finishes incredibly. Well, Serbia's defense in the end.
Needs a pass, they go for the flare, and they don't get it. 2-on-1 going the other way. Umoto on the penetration goes upstairs with a pretty play for two. And Tokashiki gets Japan rolling.
Shot clock winding down.
Johannes likes this. Oh, you have got to be kidding me! Johannes outdoes herself yet again. Okay, she's got to hurry, Mukamara. She does get it off in time. Oh, she's done it! Promise of Mukamara! A three-pointer just as she crossed half court. We have seen some basketball magic right here.
Well, Jones, as we said, was going to be the leading scorer and the most important person for Bosnia, and as she showed in that first half, when she gets it deep, she's going to be pretty much unstoppable. Can knock it down from the three-point line too. But you got to say, double teamed or triple teams, they found a way to make it hard for her.
Yeah, they have. You know, she has 13 points, but she is the top scorer, but they have made it very, very difficult, thrown different bodies at her. Alexandra and then Amir have had the tough task. But that's it. You'll let her get hers, but you have to stop everyone else, and nobody else is really stepping up. I need Babic to come in and do a little bit more to help Bosnia.
So, at the other way though, Canada's top scorer.
I'm guessing it is Carlton.
And you're going to get a repertoire from everywhere on the floor for Carlton.
Fantastic, shooting 5 from 6 from three-point line. She's barely missed. And the ones that we thought she was going to miss have the lovely soft touch roll in. So fantastic game. But look, she's wide open. She's going to hit that every time, where Bosnia isn't rotating off the ball or recovering or even adapting to Carlton's hot. We've got to stop her. But it doesn't even matter, because anything she puts up is going in.
And it's not just all about the touch and everything else. She just outworks people.
Yeah, she does. I would agree with you on that. Yeah. Doesn't give up.
Right place, right time. You're there in the right place, in the right time for a reason. And it's because you've actually worked yourself to get there. And when she's got that much of a friendship going with the ring, she's going to make a lot of points.
I love those days. You know, you just throw it up, pretty much close your eyes and it will go in.
But if you're Coach Loho in the locker room there, surely he's going to say, well, defensively we'll deal with a pick and roll, or we've got X, Y, Z, but he's just got to work harder at the defensive end, right?
Yeah, work harder, big time. But also remember, Canada had 30 points at the end of the first, and here they are with 57. So they've got to slow them down somehow there. Jonquil Jones, 13 points, and the rest of the team. But somehow they just got to figure out to slow Canada down. But you know what? I don't think they can do it, because Canada is doing very well, sharing the ball, moving the ball, taking their time, finding exactly what they want. And everyone is getting shots. It's not just Carlton going off. You know, Changwa's shooting her little mid-range, posting up, and the guards, Collie, doing very well. So all round, their team's playing pretty good basketball. The scoring is, you know, even across the sheet.
And it doesn't look like, in that first half anyway, that Bosnia have the same weapons and engines that Japan have.
No, that's right.
Yeah,
or the speed.
Yeah, it's like they'll get stops. Canada won't shoot that well in the second half if they up their defense in any sort of way.
Yeah.
And it's,
but
will
also,
they get enough?
Also the pressure, right? We saw Canada not do very well with Japan's pressure. They doubled their guards in the full court. They made them have to make the big plays, bring it up. So maybe try that, you know. But for me, Bosnia and Herzegovina, this is their first time at this stage. But so they've got to experience this level. It's not going to get any easier. When you go to the World Cup in Australia, there's going to be a lot of teams. USA, Australia,
yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of big boy teams that you've got to be prepared for. So you've got to start somewhere.
And if anything, you'd think, well, Canada's one of those teams that they might be able to match up quite well on. You know, their guards all their guards at Bosnia are very experienced, defensively, play very hard in European competition. And they just haven't brought that effort and haven't brought that physicality at all in that first half.
No, and that's exactly what you need at this level. It is tough at this level. You cannot back down. You need all the 50-50 balls. You need to dive. You have to sacrifice your body because it's not easy.
So the interesting thing will be is what changes, what adjustments, and also can they make that step up on their defensive effort. For Canada, there's a question here. Great first half yesterday, great first half today. Are they going to be able to put it on the floor again? And is Bridget Carlton going to go off for another 21 points?
Yes, but also there you see the leader, Achangwa there, leading her team, talking, so no doubt she will definitely not let that happen again. But also for me, I'm seeing Canada having fun, smiling, enjoying these moments, and that feeling and that energy is you know, something that you really want as a team, and where Bosnia isn't. They're a little bit in their head, they're struggling a bit, and they've got to find themselves a second half of better basketball.
Well, we made that comment about Japan yesterday. I don't think we ever saw anybody that didn't have a smile on their face, that wasn't trying to play up tempo, wasn't trying to enjoy the privilege of playing at this level.
You're so right.
So, you know, Canada have learned something
from that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if you turn it over, smile.
The ball screen, okay? Pass aggressive. Okay, especially if you reject. If you will not, you need to switch. Sometimes switch, no problem. Okay? And be patient. Fast break is perfect. In push, you know. Very good. Okay, be ready because. And you are here, okay?
Well, last minute instructions from Coach Lepena, and as we saw in practice, he's trying to be a relaxing coach here. He's trying to get these guys to make decisions for themselves and be comfortable. Everything he said during this like brief moments before the game has been about, it's okay. If you want to decide to do this, it's okay.
Yeah.
So,
and that's what I love about coaches. You know, you direct your team, but ultimately it's them on the floor and making decisions. So good for him. And I like him for this Canada team, moving them in the right direction. And so it'll be interesting to see how the Dragons, the Lady Dragons, and the Mother of Dragons come out in the second half.
Well, welcome back to Osaka. 57-36 at the half. Canada with the first possession of this second half. Carlton will come off the down screen. Looks to turn the corner, but gets contained this time. Help comes a little early this time. They still have the extra pass. Collie for three is long. An outwork, great effort by J-Bo. That's exactly what Bosnia have to do. Jones in the lane, needs a pass. Babic is fouled by Collie on the penetration. Well, Jones got a touch and then moved the ball on, and it was off a defensive rebound. So,
yep.
If first possession is anything to go by,
much better.
So,
but I think I kind of like that with Jones. She draws the defense and then pass it off.
Tadic gets to the lane, kicks, Jones puts it on the floor, stops in the lane and kicks. Babic, little runner for two is no good. Offensive rebound, tremendous effort again by J-Bo, who's come up with 2 rebounds, first 2 possessions. Jones wraps the pass. Babic will back out, try and get a little space, steps back for 3, is short. And Canada just can't secure the rebound. But the sign's good for Bosnia at the start of the half.
Being aggressive, that's exactly what you want.
So Taric will
then
inbound and turn it over. Achonwa comes up with a positive play. Collie in transition. Finds Achonwa on the trowel. Foul line jump shot is short. Well, those are the shots that were just falling all of the first half for Canada. Got to find a way to keep that same rhythm. Taric will advance the ball, puts it on the floor.
Eight on the clock.
Gets to the middle, far side of the ring. Doesn't get the roll for 2. And Collie doesn't like the numbers, so she decides to play in the half court, then takes a tough runner and just fills it up. Babic got inside, nice pass. J-Bo's had a great start to the quarter.
Yeah, good, and good recognition as Natalie Achonwa came over. So they need to look at that a little bit more because they're looking to double most of the time or switch.
Carlton on the curl, great read again.
Well, she's starting where she left off.
Tadic finds Jones and has had to extend to get the first pass. That's great defense by Carlton. Took Taric right out of what she wanted to run, but Taric takes the free. Jones on the glass, can't complete the offensive rebound and put back. And Jones is on the floor, comes up with it, and the ball will go to Bosnia. And the tempo has dropped at the start of the third.
Yeah. It sure has, but a good hustle there by Jonquil Jones, putting her body on the line. But just needs to finish around the rim, I think, a little bit better because she is getting offensive rebounds, but just needs to take her time. Better offense, though, from Bosnia, in my opinion.
Yep. Delic moves it on to Jones. Wants to pass, does pass. Babic moves it on. Delic is down here on the baseline. Will come off the ball screen, goes inside with a pick and roll. Jabo again with a floater.
Nice little soft touch by Jabo. I like that.
Oh, Nicolina Jabo, where has she come from?
Yeah, she's here in the second half.
Alexandra hands off. Carl, feet set, knocks down the three. Oh.
26 points for her.
Just sit back and enjoy it. Bridget Colton. Wow. Babic penetrates. Jabo moves it on. Taric will reverse it. Under 10 on the possession. Whistle on the play. And
good recognition, the mismatch there. I'm going to have a look, but I think Carlton's only missed one shot today. That is a lovely day at the office. Let's have a look.
She's definitely only missed 1 3, hasn't she?
I think so, yeah.
Jones will be the release. Babic gets in the lane and kicks. Jabo again, doesn't get the 2 to go this time. Fields into the half court. Canada trying to game manage right off the bat here in the third quarter. Amir is the entry. We'll hand it off. Koenig in the game again. Achonwa, who's just owning the mid-range. Jones turns it over, Fields come up, and after a little shakiness at the first couple of possessions, normal service restored.
Yeah, and just great poise, and I think also, yet again, leadership. Achonwa gets that shot, but then right on defense, and here she is wide open again. She's gonna hit that. Please, timeout. You need it, Bosnia, because holy cow, I don't know what else to say to you. You're not switching, you're losing your man. And good for Canada, because at the end of the day, they're absolutely executing where Bosnia is falling in defense. What are you doing?
Well, on those highlights, why are you going under the screen if you're not chasing Carlton, you're going under a screen?
And we heard it in their timeout. It's not like coach didn't tell them about it.
And your player slip down, and she will take her. Stay high.
Yeah, so Carlton is 10 from 11. So she's missed 1 shot. She's 4 from 4 from 2 and 6 from 7 from the 3. What a lovely afternoon for her.
Well, you always look for players to build stuff around, don't you? If she's 24 years old, she becomes, well, we're going to build it around you. We've got some experience with Achonwa. We've got some young collegiate talent coming through. Canada's in a really good place.
A really lovely space, exactly what you want. And also, like I've talked about, depth in your bench. It's not just 5, 6 players. No. They're going 7, 8 deep, you know. And we haven't seen Scott yet. We haven't seen Brown. There's some really good potential for them. And like we said, they were disappointed against Japan, but they were up 20 against the silver medalists.
Yep.
So much growing from them, and this is what this tournament's about. Yes, they're making it to the next round, but you don't get games like this anymore.
Absolutely right. Why these qualifiers are so important for these teams whenever they get the chance to play. So important for Bosnia now. The bleeding has to stop. Jones on, rips it through, goes up. The help comes. That's great help. I don't have to commentate on who it is. Carlton comes from the weak side. They dropped the 3. And they need so many other people to step up. But the only person so far, Nicolina Jabo, is having a great time in this third quarter. Jones comes out of a piece of it, doesn't quite get the steal.
A little bit more energy and toughness right now from Bosnia. I'm happy to see it. You've got to answer. You can't just lay down and take what Canada's given to them.
Amir has got to put it up, takes the long 2. Doesn't hit anything.
Good defensive possession. Great offense down here, and turned up the volume and the heat down here on defense.
4:20 to go in the
Bosnia and Herzegovina. Number 5, John Meta.
4:20 to go in the third. I thought Coach Lepena was going to call a timeout, but changed his mind. Canada up the floor, answering the intensity from Bosnia by picking up their own defense. Jones is fouled as she ripped it through. And apart from the penetration where Carlton came over to shoot, this is the first time she's attacked the hoop in 6 minutes of basketball.
Yep. And that's very smart play from her. She can just see Amir's hands just out and just kind of rips through. And sadly, she's going to have to go to the bench because is that her 4th foul? Yeah, I think so.
Delic of the Nikolina variety checks in for her first minutes, number 11 for Bosnia. The rotations continue as normal for Canada as Colley's checking back in. Babic, who's just got to start to go off here. Someone else is going to have to do things and do it. They can't spend too much time with the ball. There's a lot of time left in. They take the foul line jumper. It's good. John Meta gets the 2. And Babic trying to make something happen with Colley. That's a blocking foul and a push. There's almost a real frustrated feel to Bosnia at the moment.
Yeah.
It looks like their first game.
Yeah, it does. And that's what I spoke about before, didn't I? I said Canada's got a good one game under them, and that's the difference. Sometimes you need that.
Achonwa, nice pass. Achonwa gets the assist. Koenig drops the 3. And as you said with Achonwa, it's a clinic.
Yeah.
Pick and pops. Bosnia go to the pick and pop, can't get it to drop. And Fields will advance the basketball for Canada. No need to rush for them right now. 3:20 to go in the third. And Achonwa is the release. It's too easy a release. There's no one in the lane at all. Koenig thinks about the 3, but decides against it, needs a pass. Carlton, 5 on the possession, needs a pass. Koenig's going to have to take the tough step back for 3. It's no good. And Bosnia secure it.
Good defensive possession again for Bosnia.
So they got the stop, they need the score. Joe Meta on the dribble. Jones will set the ball screen and roll. Joe Meta pulls up for 2, almost as an afterthought. Jones is after it, can't control it, and the possession will go to Canada. Joe Meta gets into a nice hole. What? So content to try and look to pass, has an open 2.
Yeah, and just shoot it. And I think sometimes that's their fall, you know. They're looking so much for Jonquil Jones sometimes that they forget about their own shot and offense.
Melissa Jura checks in. Had a decent first half. Possibly a little underused. Achonwa will hand it off. Achonwa at the moment is just the tempo setter here for Canada. When they need someone to release on the pass, it's her. Fields is going to be called for the offensive hook.
Let's have a look at this.
Yep. Once that palm of the hand disappears. Delic moves it on. Jones needs it now, gets it in the block. Goes to work in traffic, doesn't get the 2. Achonwa with the help, and she's never getting an open look. Apart from those possessions early where she was able to go one-on-one.
A good defensive hustle here.
Jura puts it on the floor, gets to the ring, gets the 2.
Good. This is the Bosnia that I've seen in the Eurobasket, being tough, you know, being hard-nosed, get up in your face, take it personal. You can't just come here and think it's going to be easy.
Achonwa hands it to Koenig. Little short roll again. Achonwa on the floor is fouled. Achonwa will go to the free throw line.
Jonquil Jones not very happy.
And she's probably saying, why am I not getting the same stuff? Because there's body contact on the way up. The body contact looks a little late. but probably no later than the Jones down the other end, which I think is what Coach Lozo.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Referees are never going to get that right. If she gets too many calls, she's overprotected. If she doesn't get calls, she's not protected enough.
Yeah, you just can't win, can you? But, you know, credit to Canada. I think they've made her have to make tough shots with just a body in the way, and they're being disciplined not to foul.
Absolutely. Well, they beat the press with the 2 passes. Nice job. Easy layup. Is good for Joel Meta.
Much better quarter here by Bosnia. Plouffe.
Chance to get back-to-back points as they have a chance to run. All 5 down the floor. Ball sticks a little bit with Jones, and she needs a pass. Kicks it out. Jura has it. Has a look at the elbow. Off the horn set. Jones wants it high, gets it high, puts it on the floor. This is going up.
Good defense by Alexander. Incredible. She smiles because she can't get anything to go right now. But credit again, the defense making it tough for her, and it gets hard. Look, hands are on her knees, she's tired. They're throwing many bodies at her. So good scout.
Yep, absolutely. A lot of contact, but it's all contact on the body. They just about secure it. Jura with the chance to change the angle. They're going to sit on Jones, so Jura has to go to work herself. In the lane, kicks it, got to put it up. And that'll be a violation. And Delic is not really the person they need the ball in the hands of with 2 seconds to go on a shot clock, but
no, Deora should have really shot that.
Yeah. Timeout. Coach Stepena wants to talk about the last 45 seconds. Make sure he gets what he wants.
It's Naira. Doesn't matter who. Okay, be careful. You cannot run, eh? It's not after basket. Out. Let's go. Clara.
Well, things have got better for Bosnia in this third quarter, but they're struggling offensively to function. They've literally got nothing out of Jones in any way, shape or form in this quarter.
No, they haven't. And that is to do with Canada's defense. I think they've done an excellent job. They know the majority of all of Bosnia-Herzegovina's offense goes through her, and they're just making it really difficult for her. You know, she's not getting the call. She's looking at the referees. The referees have done a solid job. And yeah, good job, Canada, on both ends.
Yep. It's been a really... well, let's put it this way. They look like the full ranked team in the world, and Bosnia look like the 27th ranked team in the world.
I would have to agree with you, Mark.
Fields releases the pressure. Plouffe's the entry. They get it where they want to get it. Russell has it. Steps through. Second move is good looking, but can't finish the play. She'll go to the free throw line though. And the other collegiate athlete at the moment, out of Louisville at the moment, Russell, and looked good on that move.
Yeah, nice little fake, and didn't get the touch that Carlton's been getting, but makes it to the line. And I think that play was drawn up by coach, so well executed.
Yep. 24-point margin, 30 seconds to go in the third, and Russell makes that a 25-point margin.
Little this zone that they have, the 1-2-2, with Alexandra big at the top.
Oh, why on earth didn't she shoot the one before? Delic just nails the three, cuts it to a 22-point game, and Canada will try and get the last shot of the quarter. Fields stops, pops, and drains it from mid-range. Too much time, too much space, and Fields finishes the quarter and re-establishes the 24-point margin.
Nice little jump shot here. Look, hesitation, 2 feet, splash. 4 points from her, so she didn't have to come out big for Canada, as we see the end score of the third quarter, 76-52. And there we see the stats of the end of the third quarter. For me, all Canada, 68% from the 2, shooting a great clip from the 3, 8 from 14, shooting 57%. It's been all Canada on the offensive and defensive end, as we see some highlights from Collie there. Nice little jumper. Mark?
Well, you know, the thing that you said that I keep going back to is that Canada are still getting the same shots.
Yes.
You know, they're not necessarily as hot as they were in the first half. They're still hot.
Yeah.
But they're getting, like that little jumper, you saw Collie, they finished the quarter on exactly the same shot, on exactly the same play. Achon was still getting the mid-range jumper, and there's no way Bosnia made an adjustment to take Canada. They could have, as you said, either pressed, thrown something in as a trap, thrown something in to try and get Canada to score in different ways.
Yeah, they haven't adapted at all, and commend Canada to really just executing their stuff. But I said that. I said they're very calm. They look, you know, for exactly what they want, and their veterans get them in those places, you know, and then you've had shooters shoot. Obviously, Carlton there, you see Kunik, she's a shooter. I don't really think Bosnia have done a good job in their scouting, because this is obvious stuff maybe for us, but well, I don't know.
If it had been the game 1 of the tournament, we could have given them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. Right, they sat there and watched Japan, and okay, Japan is going to play a different way to them.
Yeah.
But the sets are still the sets.
The sets are still the sets, you're right.
And it's not as if you don't know who Natalie Achonwa is and where she scores her points from.
Right. And they were here live in flesh with us watching the game, so they got a live scout. So yeah, it's all Canada's game right now.
And what must be pleasing Coach LaPena is that in this second half, he's put Kunik back in. She's got some shots. You know, both Collie and Fields are starting to score, and then Carlton's only had to take a couple of shots. So he's found different people to get the same shots.
Yeah.
So he's happy with his system. Welcome back then. Start of the third quarter. Canada still have the 76-52 lead, and possession with Bosnia in this first possession of this fourth quarter. Jones doesn't get it to drop. Achonwa gets another positive stat. Fields will recycle it. Don't forget, if you want to find out all you need to know about the World Cup qualifiers, check out the official FIBA website. Everything's there, from highlight videos, stats, news stories, everything that's you need to know across all these qualifying tournaments as teams try and get that ticket to the World Cup. Achonwa with 7 on the possession. Kunig, feet set, is short. And
Bosnia and Herzegovina ball.
And there's a little cool QR code that flashes up on the screen there sometimes, Mark. If you get your phone out, I'm not sure if you know how to work those, but this is why I'm here, your partner in crime.
And I think there's that QR code somewhere on the website.
There it is, indeed.
On something called the Tinternet or something.
Right.
Delic puts it on the floor, right hand, gets to the glass. Why she came back to the left hand, I don't know. Chance for Carlton to push for Canada. Gets to the ring, gets the drop. Well, that sums up the difference between the two teams.
Nice little crossover from Carlton. Changes hands also. Oh.
Extra pass to the corner, wide open for 3 is short.
Kunik was lucky there. Deora had her on skates.
Nara Fields into the half court. Totally different game required for Fields today, and she's delivered that different game. Hasn't had to
do so much today. Yeah, she played 38 minutes Japan game, which is just a lot of minutes in there, as we see the foul there. Yeah, she had 38 minutes and 19 points. So, and today she's only got 4, but hasn't had to play so many minutes or take so many shots. especially when Carlton is on fire.
Alexandra relieves the pressure. Carlton has. Achomwa wants underneath, but no angle. Koenig, feet set, lines it up, is long. And Alexandra gets it back to Achomwa, who just goes down the lane for 2. 80-52. And you just got to enjoy the quality and the just physical effort that Canada are putting out here.
Yeah, they're really putting on the show right now.
Jura puts it on the floor. Nice pass.
Good
And
hands.
a chance to run the other way, and Canada still running. 3-on-1 break. They just have to pick the open player. Well, they made it tough.
Oh gosh, sorry. Sorry, I heard something that you're not allowed to say on air, but Mother of Dragons beated the shot on the backboard, but called a foul, that big slapping motion I told you.
I think they called it on Helic, who put a hand up for it. But Alexandra awarded for getting the effort. You know, they got down the floor, they turned their defense into offense. Their transition so much better than Bosnia's. 8 points for us, 7 rebounds. Not a bad line for Alexandra.
Yeah, they're doing very well. And then Achangwa's 18 points and 8 rebounds. She's on her way to her second double-double.
And the bigs have all been good for Canada. The bigs have really put in a performance, and they're challenged by Jones.
Yeah, they haven't been good. They've been fantastic, in my opinion. They've been great for this team.
Delic tries to create, kicks it, turned over. Achomwa now's leading the break. Well, Natalie Achomwa's now leading the break. Carlton's been in the post. But Natalie Achomwa fans, if that's not an it is an unsportsmanlike foul. I was just about to say, if that's not an unsportsmanlike foul, I don't know what is.
Yeah, no play at the ball, so very easy for referees to call. So that means everyone clears from the free throw line, and it's just Natalie Achangwa in the rim and the ball to make it 20.
So Achomwa, 1 to 5. Every spot on the floor.
Yeah, she can do it all, Mark.
She's from that big player club that you're a member of.
I am. We think we're point guards, but really, we just stay in our lane. But she has done an outstanding job for her team tonight. That makes her 20, and I think she's at her 9 rebounds now. And it's all Canada yet again.
Koenig will move it on. 8 on the possession. Oh, beautiful pass. Achomwa's enjoying herself right now.
Yeah, she is. But Alexandra's ruining her assist right there. Come on, girl. Put that ball in. Lovely up and under. Little pass. And post action. I love it.
Yeah, Achomwa given a pass that she'd have loved to have received herself, and should have expected Alexandra to do the same for her next time down if the roles are reversed. 7 minutes to go to enjoy this Canadian performance.
Good, nice little roll, perfect free throw. Well, they've definitely gained a fan from me, Mark. I'm definitely enjoying the Canadian style and up-tempo, hard-working. I'm looking forward to seeing them in Sydney.
Jura gets the pass off, and Phils just comes all the way over the top. This is where Bosnia have to learn. This is time for them, where they have to make some progress between now and getting to Sydney. Time on the floor without Jones as well. This unit's got to become effective. Turnover. Koenig wants the touch. I think there were 3 officials out there. I can't believe they've all missed that touch. There you go, great teamwork by the officials.
Yep, teamwork makes the dream work. And they're a crew of themselves. They've come together, well done.
So Jones steps back, 85-52. Much to the delight of her personal fan club here in Osaka. Achomwa puts it on the floor, kicks it. Koenig is short for 3. And probably the only player who'll be disappointed with her percentages is Koenig, but she's taking the right shots.
Yep, and that's all you can ask for.
Yep. Dropped inside, gets a piece. Straight down the lane for two is Joe Meta.
One better, nice little scoop up and under, down the middle.
Koenig moves it on.
Nice.
Oh, again. Catch pass.
Hey, she's got it all. She is putting on an absolute clinic right now and just staying in her lane. She knows exactly where Alexandra's going to be and gives it on the money.
Jebo, turnaround is no good. And it's remarkable, whether it's a decision or it's just the quality of the Canadian defense, they have just gone away from giving Jones the touch early. Completely gone away from Jones being the first pass they try to make.
Right.
Koenig, and there's a hold, and that is also an unsportsmanlike foul, because when someone cuts and you're off the ball and you hold them, you're not making any attempt.
Yeah, so the referees will talk about it here. We see it. Look, yet again, she... that's the only way you're going to stop him, is...
We can talk to them about that one.
Yeah.
When someone's running away from you, hold them. Like that. It's hard to see how it's not unsportsmanlike.
Well, guess what? We get to ride with them home, so we'll have a little chat with them later.
Ask them straight away.
Yep. But either way, yet again, it's the woman of the hour, Natalia Changwa. Misses the free throw, but is doing everything for her team and just in the right place at the right time. I've really enjoyed her this evening. She's played very, very well.
Makes the second.
Substitution.
And she deserves a round of applause from me, for sure, as Plouffe takes her place.
Press beaten with a good entry as in Joe Meta, who's had a decent game at the point. Jones now gets it first pass. Hands it back. Joe Meta puts it on the floor. It opens up for her. She goes a little runner, misses it. The offensive rebound is no good for Jebo, and she's worked hard in the second half as Nicolina Jebo. Jones comes up with a steal, gives it up. Better stops. They turn down, wide open three on the end of the break. They turn down. Jones gets it deep, goes up, off the glass, and one.
You know what? I would like to see Jones get her position there more in their offense. There, look, she posts up very hard to guard as Alexandra there. But for me, they start this high pick and roll or this high horns look where, yes, she can shoot the three, but I don't really think she's that successful out that far. So it's good to change it up and post up because nobody can stop you, Jones.
And she's a great athlete. She can run the floor with anybody.
Misses the free throw.
Plouffe will advance the basketball. And Carlton has it. No Fields in the game for Canada at the moment. Carlton on the floor with the left hand, kicks it short. Mid-range two for Alexandra, and that is absolute automatic for her.
Yeah, little 15-footer and very smart from Carlton. Yet again, drives, brings the two, defense, and kicks it out.
Changed the pivot for all because of Plouffe's defense. And if Japan were relentless on Canada in the second half on game day one, Canada are just relentless on Bosnia at the moment. It may well be a 34-point game, but Canada just not letting up. Russell will hand off. Koenig, who's looked pretty accomplished out there at the moment. Plouffe. Russell thinks about it, stops and pops from mid-range, doesn't get it to go. Defensive rebound is Jebo, and she's really accumulating stats in this second half. Really nice job. Delic And Canada's defense just takes Bosnia out of anything they want to run. Ball's knocked away, Alexander recovers, and Canada again off to the races.
Yeah, Bosnia don't even get a shot up to the rim at that point, or a touch to Jonquil Jones.
Poor pass by Colley, she saves it, Alexander goes up, doesn't get it. There's everyone going hard to the glass for Canada, but Babic will advance it for Bosnia. And Russell, I understand why she might have thought she needed to foul, but...
That's dangerous, but okay. Got to be careful with that, Russell.
Yeah, there's plenty of places that gets called unsportsmanlike right now.
And Bosnia look a little gassed, in my opinion. Hands on hips, tired, 3 minutes to go. And actually, I think referees are having a little chat about it.
See, it's a tough schedule, isn't it? Not the tough schedule in terms of the physicality, but they've been here since last Sunday.
So have we.
So have we. We're not gassed.
Yeah.
But so they've been there.
Just practicing, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like you're coming off of a season. You had a 2-day break to travel, and they're going to have a look at it. Let's take a listen.
We want to check it will upgrade to unsportsmanlike for that foul. Okay, no more speed, thank you. I want to win. Okay, would you please? One more, no more speed.
For me, in the situation, the player didn't play the ball. Criteria C1 because she grabbed it, offensive player.
Okay, slow-mo once.
Look.
Grab, and then not reach the ball. C1, I agree?
Yes.
Okay, would you please go. Okay. We confirm that that's C1. Number 7, 2 free throw. Okay. Blue 7, 2 free throw.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Confirm.
Well, referees doing their job as we're doing ours, Mark. They have the luxury of going back to look at the screen. I think we spoke about it. Hey.
Yeah, there was no attempt to play the basketball. We were almost saying, why did she do it? Because everybody was back.
Yep. And it's silly, and those moments, sadly, you have to learn from it. You can't do that. This isn't college. It's a whole different game in FIBA rules. So you live and you learn. Luckily, they're up, but in a closer game, that's a big play right there, because not only did they get 2 free shots, which she misses, but then they also get the possession back.
Brings me back, though, to why isn't it a hold when someone grabs you around the waist as someone releases to the basket and they don't even have the ball?
Right. Yeah.
So we can talk about it on the bus.
We will. And over dinner. But good job, referees. They are allowed to go over and review and have a chat. And Mr. Fish, as we like to call him.
Fish to his family and friends.
Yes. Knew the rules in his rule book and used it well. So Bosnia's ball here.
Delic will take a look and reverse it. Cassandra Brown in the game for Canada, getting her first minutes, saw no time against Japan. So Coach LePena using the moment to to share his floor timeout, to have a look at everybody in a game situation. I mean, they do have literally full team players with them on this trip, so he knows he has options. He's going to take as much opportunity as he can to check out the options he has.
Yeah.
Looking forward to Sydney.
Yeah, Scott's in and number 20, Quinn Dorstarder.
Yep. I mean, here we'll hand it off. Scott. Here is Cassandra Brown, who kicks. Scott looks inside, turns down that pass. Dorstarder has it turned over. And the layup is broken. Dorstarder, as she has to, forgets the turnover and gets back and gets the rebound. Thinks about the three. Amy hit for 3 is no good. Jones comes down with it, leads the break. Nice, well, the pass was a nice pass, just couldn't handle it. Off the glass for 2 is no good. And Domuzin has 2 opportunities at the ring and doesn't make either. Brown is short for 3. And Delic
slows it down.
Yeah. And Domuzin. Nice read. Open for Babic. You can play this game. It's whatever has led, apart from the quality of Canada's performance, Bosnia playing a little flat in chunks of this game. But Babic can play this game and can score. Stauder outside will hand it off. Russell stops, takes the tough 2, draws the contact. Another one of those fouls where coaches will go, why are you fouling the jump shooter?
Yeah, why are you fouling the jump shoot, Delic? And also with the clock running down, you know. And even if she doesn't touch, that's what I've spoken about, that long, easy swipe at the ball. It's so easy for referees to call that if you just have your hand up and make her shoot a tough shot. Instead, she's got 2 easy ones at the line.
So Russell makes the first. Only 19 still.
Is she? Well, that's her 3rd point and puts Canada on 92 points.
Domuzin will back cut, easy 2. Great timing, great execution. Delic gets the 2. All about the head fake as much as anything else. I mean, here puts it on the floor, goes in strong through traffic for 2.
Nice little drive. She's in with this 2nd unit, but she has started and she is playing very, very well there. Long and lean body, lovely. And she's playing at South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
So still in college. Got some great years in front of her.
Babic will back it out, looks inside, has to reverse. Nice change of angle, nice catch, and they blow the 2-footer.
That could have been some contact in the back, but no call, and Amir back on the rim. But turnover, Babic with the ball.
Trial play, Babic turns down the open 3 to go to the glass for 2.
We needed more from Babic in this game, in my opinion. More of that. But it's easy said than done, isn't it, at the end?
But we talked before the game about they do have options. They do have people who can hit open shots. They just haven't really got things going at all. Largely down to the quality of Canada's defense as much as anything else.
I would have to agree with you. Canada played pretty much a perfect game on both ends of the floor.
So Russell gets fouled, goes back to the free throw line.
Canada free throw, number 3, Russell, 2 shots.
Out of shot, Coach Lepena gets a big
round of applause
from his team.
This is his first win, eh?
Yeah, this will be his first national team win for Canada. So
did you see what I did there? First win, eh? Don't they do that in Canada? Eh?
Hey?
That sounded quite Australian, but I feel like they say "eh" a lot. But anyway,
we'll check that out.
From Shona, a Canadian friend, also played on the national team.
Babic. Nice find, the open 3 is off. As Halilovic ends the game on the missed 3. Canada have been good from minute 1 to minute 40. They win this one 96-64 over Bosnia and Herzegovina.
試合終了です。ご覧の通り、96対64でカナダ代表の勝利となりました。プレーを終えました両チーム選手に一度大きな拍手をお送りください。Thank you very much for your great support.
Well, here are the stats.
Yeah, all high fives is definitely Canada's game for me. Shooting 42%, 8 from 19, getting to the free throw line, shooting 76% and 28 from 41, 68% from 2. For me, this was pretty much a perfect game, winning the rebounding game, assist game, and steals. 39 rebounds to 22 of Bosnia's. rebounding game. And Carlton, yet again, she started off hot in the first and carried it over with 28 points. Babbage with 16. Jones, they managed to slow her roll and only had 15, where she's on average 28 points for this team. So congratulations, Canada. They'll roll out all the backdrops and tickets, and they've secured their ticket to Sydney, down under.
Well, not many people get to play in World Cups.
No.
Yeah, and they've secured something that is a big deal for players, obviously, big deal for the country.
Yeah.
And the fourth ranked team in the world take their place in the World Cup in Sydney. And I think they're looking for a breakthrough tournament.
Yeah, and I think they have what they need. I think they've just got to clean up on a few things, which obviously they would have learned in the Japanese game, in my opinion. Obviously, they started off so strong, but this is what these tournaments are about, to learn. And if you don't have these moments, as they get these really cool hats I saw in our meeting room, all for one, I think it was on the side. But you know, these moments are so important as a national team. You have to learn, and I'm excited for them. I think they have, like I said, great pieces to do well in the World Cup.
Well, Kylie Minogue's on the records.
Oh.
Another great Australian.
So
With I Should Be So Lucky.
Oh.
And I feel really lucky to have watched that performance, because they were great today, and I think they're going to be a medal contender when they get the chance to make it. And there it is, qualified for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup in 2022 in Sydney, Australia. Watch out for Canada. Every other team would have taken note of that way they've been in this qualifier.
Yeah.
And they've got some pieces to add, as you've said, but they're going to be a proposition.
Yeah, congratulations to them. And also across the board, I felt like, you know, 1 through 12, each players, obviously we saw the last unit play that last 5 minutes, but this team goes very deep. You know, they've got long bodies, they've got smart players in the Changwa Plouffe coming off the bench, great guards, as you see at the bottom there. Colleen Fields has a great game against Japan. They have really great moments, and I think if they can just get it together at the right time in Sydney, you know, they could really push for something special.
So again, mine to your congratulations. Please for Canada, please for everybody. We're going to get a chance to see the best plays of the second half that led them to making the trip down under. And they've got all the pieces, right? Their guard play is good.
Polly, yep.
And
Fields.
they've got great depth inside. And then they've got Bridget Carlton, who's a superstar of the future. And is a superstar now, but wow, at 24, she's going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, very long time, and just plays tough. You know, look, here she is on defense and offense. She felt good today. You know, she threw up the ball at one point and still made it, but that's in her style there. I'm really pleased for her. There you'll see Natalie Achangwa hit over and over and over again. Her 15-footers getting to the rim. Good defense, good screen, excuse me. So like we said, good pieces to build around, good leadership, good veteranship, and then a good new coach. And assistant coach is a very good for Canada. They've got really a nice piece to go towards going to Sydney.
It's a great point about the coaching staff. You know, WNBA coach, a EuroLeague coach who's got lots of experience as the assistant to Lucas Mondello with Spain, and has been around the international basketball scene for a while. So they've got those two pieces plus the support. You know, this is Canada's always been knocking at the door. They could actually get their foot through the door at this one.
Yeah, and you know, they do have experience. They make a lot of Olympics. I know they played in the London Olympics that I played in. So they've been around and had experience, but with younger players coming up, these tournaments are so important to, you know, get some more games with your national team. It's so prideful when you get to put your colors on and put Canada across your chest. As you always see Natalie Achangwa sing very loud and proudly. And they look like Japanese today with their smiles.
I was going to say, one of the things that you've got to get into it, apart from wanting to go and play national team because it's your country and all those things, you've got to really look forward to it because it's fun.
Yeah.
Because you like being with the other team, the team members, the coach, the team manager, everything makes it a great experience. And it looks like they're on that journey now.
Yeah, and like I said, it is such a prideful thing, and it is a blessing to play for your country. Not a lot of people can say that or do that. And for myself, when I put the Great Britain jersey on, I feel nothing but pride, you know, and you put on your best performance, which they did here today.
Well, there's the confirmation of how the group table looks. Canada with a 1-on-1 record. Let's see on game day 3 if Bosnia can make this a 1-on-1 across the whole group as they place Japan in the last game. But for now, it's been another great day here in Osaka. But from Azania and I, it's goodbye.
Good night.
Number 6 contest.
When the moment arrives, you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces nation.
Number 7. Number 15, Andy here. Number 15, Andy here. Number 35, no. University College.